Well, good morning, Sagittarius. So, just an FYI, these days it really seems as if I am getting started at 10 a.m. So, look for your first reading around 12, right? And maybe we should start calling this, the lunch break reading or something, or the lunch break. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Sagittarius. So let's get started with the vibe. Okay. And this is the daily reading. These are messages that you're needing today. And there's usually a lot in here. And I do an extended for this reading because there is so much information. And I always let you know by the end of the reading what we're doing in the extended so you can decide whether it's worth it for you. I appreciate so much those who have been buying the extended readings because summer is slow, y'all. So, anyways, all is well. I feel like there is an energy of contentment because you're being sent this energy of to stop resisting, right? Release resistance and surrender to the flow of me. You are guided to trust the process, let go of control, and embrace the journey into the unknown. And it's really interesting because that can show up for you in terms of what is mirroring back to you, right? So this is something I feel in my own life too. I mean, kind of like what people are, especially if you have controlling elements in your life, right? Maybe that's people around you who are somewhat controlling, or that you feel that you're being controlled in some way. That can be reflected back to you to take a look at the ways in which you are moving through control. And I'm not saying that anyone is controlling. But I'm saying is that control can show up in so many ways. Maybe it's just that you try to control certain elements in which we really cannot. We can't control what happens. And I feel like this is something I've seen it in my own life where you try to prevent bad things from happening. So it's like you try to control everything, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting. You really can't. The only thing in this life we can control is ourselves, right? Ourselves. And so there may be this energy where you're like, you know what? No matter what's going on, whatever. Whatever, because I'm exhausted, and so I'm just going to let whatever needs to be, just let it be. Let it be. And ask for help is showing up too. And I don't know, is that what you're surrendering to, Sagittarius? Maybe for some, um, you're needing to ask for help, and that may be a truth that you're needing to face. Could be, which is, yeah, and there is so much energy about even if things aren't that great, just trusting um, the way things are going are how they're supposed to go. Now, I mean, hopefully no one has a bad reaction to that, but I was walking this morning because I was out of coffee, and I was having this download about how things how you can get stuck in struggle, right? When things are difficult or hard, we it can be almost addictive. We can actually, even when things aren't so hard anymore, we could tend to have this expectation or this kind of way of being that doesn't allow for ease. And I feel like you're really being called to let things be easy. let them be easy. I mean, maybe that's what you're surrendering to. Maybe that's why you need to face a truth about asking for help. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know yet, but I kind of want to look at it because this is the second day that this has come up. And underneath is the Four of Cups. Four of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Like, there's just something here that you don't want to deal with. Maybe it's a problem, with the Four of Cups. But it's like, I don't know, there may be this energy too of, like, with the Five of... And let me just say that the more that you ignore it, the more that you don't deal with it, the bigger it's going to get. And this may be, the Queen of Swords may be who you're asking for help. And they may be very helpful because they may have the information you need. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look at asking for help. My assistant is over here just like giving herself a bath. Okay. So why does Sagittarius need to ask for help? Five of Pentacles could be with money. Sagittarius need to ask for help. The Magician. I mean, it looks like you're having trouble getting out of something. Okay, that is like you're stuck to something, and I mean, it's not a good thing. Honestly, not at all. Right? And it may, what's the Five of Pentacles about? Maybe it's, yeah. You might even be helping someone else out financially. That's what I'm hearing. But the Nine of Cups is here. And it's about not getting what you want in some way and being really tied to something you are trying to find a way out of. So tell me about the Devil. Tell me about the Devil, but it's... Tell me about the... Okay, here we go. The answer is coming, and quicker than you think. Eight of Wands and Judgment. So Judgment's a decision. There could be a conversation here with the Eight of Wands, or just some movement that helps you to figure this out and move away from this phase. Right? And it makes you realize something. What is Sagittarius realizing? Nine of Wands. That things just aren't as bad as you think they are, basically. What is Sagittarius realizing? Okay. It's not necessarily, but that you're almost there. I feel like this is something that you've been working on, but you may feel very overwhelmed with finding the answer. And it could be someone who gives you the answer with the Queen of Swords. And this is someone whose advice you very much covet. Like you trust them. They're a very logical, critical thinking person. Right? They give good advice is one thing that is very common for the Queen of Swords. Could be a mother, someone older than you. But I feel like this is about getting out of some situation concerning loss. So that, I mean, it could be getting out of a tricky money situation or an obligation that you have that just like you don't win with it, you just keep losing, right? So it's a losing situation, basically. And I feel like if you have the opportunity to get some advice from this Queen of Swords, you absolutely should, because it could be like a really big turning point and it's coming sooner than you think. So this would be something that you've been dealing with for a while. So let's take a short look at the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Tell us about the Queen of Swords. Okay, the Moon reverse, giving you answers. So definitely the Queen of Swords helps you to figure this out. Yes, and free yourself from it with the Fool. I love it. I love it. Four of Pentacles. I so much feel like this has to do with money, Sag. It really feels like a money situation. The Four of Pentacles jumps to the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So this is happening very quickly. Very quickly. And it really, I feel like it motivates you. Because this person's helping you. They may even be giving you the money that you need. And it very much motivates you toward something. Yeah, look at that. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. Like, and I feel like a lot of it has to do with not being stuck to this situation anymore. So now I can move, right? Well, that started off weird, but that got really nice. It really did. Sag, I love this for you. So let's move on. We do have mystery cards. We do have mystery cards. There's definitely a glow up coming. Now, I don't know if these cards are in order because it really went like this. But and the truth is like it was showing you what was coming. Like it was showing you the ending to how it happens, right? I feel like it's the same thing, Sagittarius. I feel like this is just dealing with like the feelings of it, right? So laughter, secrets reverse, something is revealed to you that makes you very happy, and is definitely cause for celebration. Has to do with an action, responsibility, and glow up. So definitely this is the same situation. You are releasing yourself from it because you're figuring out what to do. Well, and that leads to a celebration and a glow up. Yes, let's have that. How about that? So let's see what's going on here. Ooh, the crystal ball. So there is a new moon coming, Sag, in Virgo, I believe. Ugh, man. I am like really going to do a deep, like I'm a student of astrology always, right? Because I don't, I'm just a little obsessed with it. But I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, in my life, and I really need to understand Virgo energy more. I really do. But here there's I feel like this might be the same thing. Almost. And that this whole situation, starts with some sort of intuitive nudge for you. Like some sort of thing you just know. 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 You because we're seeing spring, which is just the new moon, right? Which is happening, I think, this coming week. And so I think that might be also when this action is taking place that releases you from this situation. Because look at this. And it starts with you saying something like, because earlier in the cards in the split, I was seeing the Seven of Wands. And that is like, whatever this situation is, it causes you to have to defend yourself in some way. And I feel like this may be what gets the ball rolling and starts, because you're standing on business, right? Because someone or something is making you do that, and it's really all about, getting rid of feeling powerless in this situation. If you have been, because look at this, there's illness here too, and it's like, I feel a lot of the times when we don't stand in our truth, it can actually make us sick, right? And I do feel as if you may need to take it down. You may need to rest after this because it's a lot, and maybe even stresses you out. But I would say that this situation is rearing up very soon. Very, very soon, Sagittarius. So, be on the lookout for that. So let's get into your relational message. Oh my goodness. So there seems to be so much this week about releasing information. I don't know what that's about, right? But there is a person releasing information to you that helps you, like someone revealing a truth to you that helps you understand something, or helps you to understand their side of things. And also, like, this is interesting, like new chapters here with third party and sabotage. Like, this person, there were other things, other factors. So you may be getting a new chapter with someone. And there were other things in a way. So I kind of feel almost in a way like it wasn't, you might have thought it was all this person, but there was so much more going on. So let's take a little bit of a look at that, Sag. I know I have to replace my table cover here. For sure. So what is being revealed to Sagittarius? What is being revealed? It's being revealed to Sagittarius. It's being okay. Oh, the double. What is being revealed to Sagittarius? Devil is everywhere, isn't it, Sag? Okay. I feel like it had to do with family. The devil. Yeah. I saw this in someone else's reading too. Like, they were stuck in a situation that, they had to fix or work out with the Ten of Pentacles. It's it's fixed. Like it's worked out. It's stabilized now. So they're able now to approach something new. Okay. And that was why they have stayed away, and they didn't want this other situation coloring this, I guess, relationship. Yep. So, I don't know if this is a water sign for you, but they miss you. They have a lot of feelings about it. Wowza. Okay. So we will definitely look at this new chapter in the extended and take a look at this more of this situation and this action being taken, because clearly you're figuring someone else is kind of showing you the way on that, on what you need to do to release yourself from this situation. So I will definitely look at that. And there's also always in the extended, there is a little mini reading for a future prediction. So yeah, Sagittarius. Wow. So let's get a mindful message. It was really nice this time how it was kind of, except for the relational message, all about one thing. But it also feels as if it is a lot about revealing truth. Okay. So what's the mindful message? The mindful, okay. Recharge. I invite magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. If I am feeling low, I simply step outside and appreciate the natural miracles in this life. Being in nature lifts my spirits and recharges my energy. So maybe you need to get outside. I know it's hot, y'all, but you could go out for a few minutes. Every morning I go outside and welcome the world to my day. You have no idea of the weirdo things I do. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Talk to you soon. Toodles.